Hey guys, wanted to show you an example and how to do a little bit more complicated estimate. So this is a follow-up to my first video that goes over more of the basics. So go watch that one if you need some more help on the basics of setting some stuff up. So I just quickly put this one together using the re-roof template. But in this case, I've done one quote for shingles with a couple of gutter options, another quote for siding with an option on there as well. And as you can see, when you go down to the authorization page, they can choose to do both the shingles or the siding or both. And then they can also choose their upgrades down here and put in all their selections. So I'm going to show you how to do all that real quick. So let me get back to the home page. So this is where you'd start off from. You're going to create an estimate. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use the re-roof layout. Won't worry about my title page right now. So this is where you'll start off. So if you know you want to do two estimates. So this could be either you're doing two different types of work. So like in my example, you're doing some roofing and some siding, and you're letting the customer pick if they want to do one or both. This could also be if you're offering two different, let's just say, types of roofing. So if you wanted to do shingles and metal. So let's just do that real quick. Double click that, do this one shingles, do this one metal, and now you'll just click on each tab and do your scope of work and general information as you normally would. Quick note, page settings, really important for this type of thing. So the option we have selected right now is customer can only select one estimate option. That is what you would want if you were, for instance, offering two different types of roofing that they could choose from. Now let's take another situation where you wanted to do, customer is interested in doing some roofing work and some siding work. They might do one, they might do both. So now let's change this to siding. And if we go to page settings, the second option, customer can select at least one estimate option. So now once you have this selected, and make sure to hit save changes, they can do both. So you would put your scope of work in just like normal. So let me just do that real quick, just so everything looks good. I'd copy and paste from Word into here. Let's just go ahead and set my price at 10,000. Make sure my general info is turned on. And siding, I'm going to select from a siding template here. Put that in there. Let's just say this is $5,000. Okay. So now that I've done just that, if you notice, you go down to the authorization page, and let's view the page. The customer now has the ability to pick one or both of these options. So that's a way of doing two different quotes. So now let's say you want to add some options into each of these quotes. So one way you could do this, like let's just say you wanted to add a gutter option. What you could do is add even like a third quote for gutters to choose from. My only problem with this is that usually within your scope of work, you're going to add like two items in there, and it's just not going to take up the whole page. So basically, you're creating an entire other page with like 3 line items on it for this extra option. So here's another way that you could do it. So what I usually do is I scroll down here. So I'm in my shingles section right now. Scroll down here to add section, and I'm going to do this optional extras. All right, and let's just say add 5-inch K-style gutters all around the house. Oops. Add 3x4" downspouts. All right. And then below that, I'm going to say extra price. Let's just say $1,000. Okay. And now I'm not going to put this in the price here, and I'll show you where to put the price later. But if you do put that in the price here, it changes the entire base amount of the quote. And then I'm going to go ahead and move this optional extra above general information so it sits right here below the scope of work. And I'm just going to see what this looks like right now. So here's my main scope of work for the roof, and below there I've got optional extra, extra price $1,000. Now the one thing I don't like about this is that this still might confuse the customer that this extra price may or may not be included within the $10,000. So what I'm going to do is go back to page settings again. And I'm going to turn on line totals and save changes. So now what this is going to look like if I view the page is I've got my main scope of work here, and the $10,000 is in there, and then the extra price, optional extra. So that should make it a bit more clear, especially I've done all caps extra price. You could say in addition to, base price listed here, $1,000. And let's just go ahead and do one on the siding too. So I'll add a section, optional extra, and I won't worry about the formatting too much right now. Let's just say paint the house. Oh, and extra price $2,000. Okay. So now let's just do a quick overview, see what this looks like. Shingles, main price, optional extra down below. Siding, main price, optional extra down below. So now what we need to do to finish up those options is go down to the authorization page, and here you've got a section called upgrades. So I'm going to do gutters, 1,000, paint, what was it, 2,000 I think. Okay. All right, and so now in review and share, we can see at the bottom here, they can select one or both quotes that they want, and they can go down and separately choose if they want to do the gutter option, if they want to do the paint option. One more thing, you've got down below the upgrade section here, you've got selections you can fill out. So you've got roof color, gutter color, you do paint color, and now you are good to go. So this is, definitely a bit more of a complicated quote than, probably you're sending out 80% of the time, but it's pretty easy to add in these extra options, different quotes. If you wanted to do a good, better, best, you could do that here too, with upgrades, color options. So that's pretty much it. If you've got any more questions about this, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to go over any of this with you and help you out on any quotes. Thanks.